Phil Taylor.
Hello.
I mean, now you are behind the mic here at Modus. How do you feel about the career change?
I love it. It's different. I don't even have a set of darts anymore or a dartboard. My grandkids have had my dartboard and my mates have had my darts.
You got rid of everything?
Everything, yeah.
So you got the trophies there, don't you? You love it?
I've not got one trophy. My daughter's got them all. And my family and friends have got them. You can't eat trophies, so I'm not too bothered. And you have to clean them. So I'll give them somebody else.
So what's the house looking like now? Is it just sofa and telly?
Yeah, big sofa, big telly. I like my Moorcroft. I collect Moorcroft. And I've got 100-inch television, so I love my sport. So I go bed early now. Go bed about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So if someone was to, God forbid this happens, if someone was to break into the Taylor household, they'd be like, oh, you couldn't tell he's darts player.
Oh, it's very. No, you wouldn't know it's my house. I've got pictures up with me and my grandsons when I was on stage at Blackpool. My favourite one, Blackpool was. So you'd know that it was my house. Other than that, you wouldn't know, no.
Luke Humphries is looking dangerous.
He's very, very good, very consistent. Since he lost the World Championship, he's done everything right again, because Luke always does. He's very professional. He was a bit like me, doesn't go out and enjoy himself. He stays in, he's dedicated, he's got a lovely wife and child, so he does everything properly. So Luke's going to be a handful. I think Chris Dobie's playing lovely. I think Chris Dobie, for me, could be a world champion in 1 year. All he's got to do, he's got to finish, because his scoring's brilliant. Yeah. And then he's got to just put them finishes in. And once he puts the two together, then he is going to be one hell of a player. Michael's going to be there. Luke Littler's going to be there. You know, and Bunty, I tipped Bunty for winning it last week, but unfortunately he got beat first round. He missed doubles at the wrong time. But again, Bunty's playing lovely, he's scoring lovely, and the only fault is odd times he misses the wrong double. That's it.
Littler is something, because obviously you speak so highly of Luke and he's a phenomenal player for his age as well. Do you feel like since he's beaten Michael van Gerwen in that final, the pressure, he's not feeling the pressure as much? And do you know what? Maybe is he like not secretly happy to go out in these tournaments early? No. But is he? Does it feel like he's taken put the handbrake on a little bit?
I don't think so. No. I thought he played superb last Thursday. Yeah. I actually loved his game last Thursday. I watched it again in the morning. I watched the replay of it. It was a great game. No, Luke now being world champion, he's got a big target on his back, and every time he goes up there now and gets beat, the one thing I'd say, keep off social media. Don't read it, because you'll get 1,000 good comments and one bad one, and it's the bad one what upsets you. So get somebody else to do it for you, which I'm sure he does, and just concentrate on your next game. But when you get beat, everybody asks you questions. You go in the services, you go in a restaurant, you go in a cafe, you go in a hotel. Everybody's talking to you. What happened, Phil? Has the bubble burst? Is that it now? Are you not going to win ever again? You're thinking, shut up, of course I am. But it's all mudslinging. And it starts sticking after a while, but he's young yet, and it won't affect him. Maybe 2 or 3 years, he might start listening to some of the rubbish what people say, and hopefully he doesn't, and he'll just keep pushing forward. I'm sure he will.
Especially with that Michael van Gerwen game that you mentioned, even though we're so early into the year, a lot of people, I was speaking to Keith Dillon the other day, and he says we probably might not even see a better game in 2025 than that.
Oh, they will. There'll be better games.
Is that just Keith?
As good. There will be some cracking games. And do you know what? You'll get games of people you probably never even heard of, because they're gonna draw him in the match play or draw him in the UK Open. And these players now, you're going to get young players coming through, 16, 17 like Luke, and they're going to play at their skin because they're not bothered. They don't fear you. It's strange, many titles are 100s, but they don't care less. They're not bothered.
I want to speak to you about Michael van Gerwen quickly. He's playing some phenomenal stuff off the back of the Worlds as well. It's phenomenal, but you look at what the performance he put in against Dimitri Vandenberg at the Winmore World Masters. It was phenomenal, Phil, but still couldn't get over the line. It's almost like he was overthinking his checkouts.
It was that last leg for Michael.
It was that last leg, but even in Belfast as well. We know that he's so quick in succession to go to the checkout. We know he's rapid, and he's finishing on that madhouse, that double one, and he's over 40 again. Do you know what advice would you have for him? I know he's a 3-time world champion.
Well, Michael's had a few problems over the last couple of years, with his health. So he obviously hasn't practiced as much as what he used to do. Because Michael say I don't practice much. He does. He practices like anybody does. Of course he does. Because he's a very, very proud man, and he wants to win. him and Barney are probably two of the worst losers I've ever seen, which they should be, because I was exactly the same, under my breath most of the time. When I was a bit older, I wasn't bothered. I used to say it as it is. But with Michael, he's back practicing, he's dedicated. Again, a bit like Christobi, he's scoring as what you say, phenomenal. He's brilliant, but his doubles are a bit steady. He's finishing a little bit at the end when he's under pressure. I think he's thinking about it. When I was playing Michael, he's just walk up and just do it. He wasn't thinking. But I think the looks now are making him think. And that's the only little 1% of spoiling his game.
But is it a case of Michael, and he's not really done this in his career, and we saw it during your career as well, and so many different players, pretty much every player, where they go to the checkout and it's all about resetting, whereas his brain's doing one thing and his body's doing another. And he's never done this, Michael, but is it a case where he's going to that last start to check out where he needs to reset?
Yeah, he's stiffening up a little bit. Yeah. When Michael was playing my era, he was going up there not thinking about it. Now he's thinking about it. So when you're going for a double, I've done it myself, where you're thinking, please go in, just get me off the stage and I can get ready for tomorrow then, or the day after. Whereas when you're playing proper, you go in like a little bubble and you don't think about it. It's just natural. It's like David Beckham just kicking the ball. He doesn't think about it. But when they have time to think, that's when they don't play as well.
Barry Hearn said on talkSPORT they're thinking about a restructure of prize funds coming into the PDC. Listen, Phil.
It's going to happen.
I know it's going to happen, but say if they put $1 million on the world champs, you're going to come out of retirement.
Back? I think I'd ask Gary Plummer to send me some darts down in a dartboard, definitely. And I think also, I mentioned, if it does go to Saudi Arabia, I wouldn't put it past Barry, 10 million for the winner. Because I think Saudi Arabia is that big of a sports country now. I think they could make it 10 million for the winner. And £1 million first line losers. Seriously, that's how big I think Barry will make it.
And you'll be back on the hockey.
Definitely, I'll be doing something, trust me.
Phil, thank you so much.